We thank you that you are our God, that you are our provider and our sustainer. And it is at this moment that we submit this activity to you. We thank you for all that you have done. We thank you for leadership that you've provided. And we pray that this effort, this campaign, will reflect your glory in this world. We give you praise, we give you thanksgiving. It's in your name we pray.
On behalf of the WMC Athletic Department, former athletes, current athletes, and future athletes, we say thank you. Thank you to all that have supported these efforts and had the vision to make this historic day in WMC Athletics history happen. It is certainly a great day to be a Warrior. At Western Michigan Christian High School and Middle School, our athletes and coaches strive for excellence while working to honor and glorify God in all that they do. I am so grateful and excited to be able to watch our athletes at WMC fulfill that mission right here on these athletic fields. Our baseball program will finally have a place to call home. The soccer teams have a top-notch facility so they can continue down a championship-level trajectory that has already been established.
The next several weeks promises to be very busy here on the campus. There is internal efforts going on as well in the middle school area where classes are being added. There's busyness here as we work on the exterior of the building. There is tremendous efforts going on with WMC reopening campaigns. There's classes being organized. There's all of this work happening. And on behalf of Western Michigan Christian Middle and High School, we welcome you to be a part of our effort.
The opportunity to move this thing forward became much more evident, but also kind of grew in terms of scope. It became known to the board that there was a significant problem with our baseball team's facilities, both in terms of quality of play, but also in terms of safety. And hearing the stories of injured students, understanding the risks with additional travel that Kurt just spoke to, led us down the path of what could we really do here to enhance the WMC experience for a greater group of our kids. So the thought began, how do we do them both? And it really boiled down to a strategic decision to view this not as a simple baseball field or a soccer field project, but more of a community-wide effort, hence the Campus and Community Campaign. A number of months ago, I pulled onto campus here and was quite frankly overwhelmed with the amount of outside energy that I experienced here. I really didn't know quite what was going on. I've had kids at the school for a long time now, and whenever there was that sort of energy on campus, it was in the gym for a basketball game. There was really nothing outside that I had personally witnessed that spoke to what the energy on the outside of the building could look like. It turns out it was a track event that was attended by a number of schools. There were a number of school buses from other competing districts here, and the amount of energy, and mind you, it was pouring rain that day, was really palpable. And it dawned on me that this wasn't just a soccer field or a baseball diamond opportunity. It was a community opportunity that will provide WMC an opportunity for greater reach out, greater messaging, and certainly a greater energy level amongst all of our constituents. And so it really grew for me from just a baseball field and soccer field to how can we move mountains and move forward with having this sort of opportunity right up until this spring, at which point the pandemic hit. And so about that same time, we had raised enough funds for what I will call the base project. Both fields, but really no ancillary items such as lighting and fencing and the sorts of things that we wanted to have long-term on campus. And so that decision burdened me. Do we start? What are the optics like of doing this during a pandemic? And so I reached out to a number of the major donors and said, look, it's really a significant amount of your dollars here that are going to be spent. What do you think? And the answer coming back was unanimous. Move forward now. And all of them that I spoke with specific to that topic provided additional funding at that point in time. And so the message was clear. God's telling us to move forward. So here we are today. We're at the beginning of what is going to be a new generational experience for our students going forward. But I also think it's a generational experience for all that have come before us. The amount of energy here when a baseball game is going on, coupled with a soccer game, which has never before, to my understanding, happened in the history of this institution, is now possible. If the soccer game ends early, you can support our baseball team, and vice versa. It doesn't go into the 10th inning, the game's going on, you can watch it into the early evening hours. It allows us to support each other in ways that were were not possible prior to this. And so this really, I believe, is a watershed moment for the school, for the constituency, and for the WMC and broader community, those of which we're going to be able to impact here going forward. God has certainly been good. Thank you.
For that individual who's thinking about where do I go to school next year, let me suggest that you reach out to WMC. We're more than happy to provide for you excellence in education, excellent in athletic play, excellent in extracurricular opportunities. So give us a call. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. Let's close in prayer. God, how we thank you for the privilege of this day, how we thank you for the opportunity that you've given. Now we ask for continual grace, continual favor. We pray, God, that you would give power to every individual who will work on these fields, work on this building. We pray for safety. We pray for completion in a way that you would be honored. All of this we submit to thee. It is in your name we pray. Amen.